5 or 6 feet over your head. You use the long arm pruners. Look at what these do. I don't know if you can see there. Look at what these do. These will cut and trim branches, twigs, whatever it is. Even if you're going apple picking, you can grab apples. It'll actually hold them in place and you can put them in the receptacle. Take a look at how this works. It has an extending pole that reaches out that gives you an extra 5 to 6 feet of reach. All right, and then you have the clippers on the other end. They're controlled by your hand, but the clippers are way up there where you can get twigs and branches and you can easily put them into the garbage. It's lightweight. This is so easy on your back. You never have to get on a ladder. It's got that grip feature. This has been one of my picks. It's probably been my pick more than anything else throughout the gardening season. I kept making this my pick because I think it's brilliant and I own it. I love the keep safe design. The trimmers are far away. You don't have to worry. Watch this, how it grabs on after it cuts, and then you can throw things away. I talked about picking apples. You could do that as well. It's called the Telescoping Long Reach Pruner. It is very, very limited. I do not have a lot of these to go around. If you'd like to get it, only weighs, what does it weigh? Weighs less than 2 pounds in your hand. It's got a little area where you can, comfort grip, where you can actually grab it. And then I'm gonna get some sticks out here and I'll show you how it trims, but it is a great thing to have in your garden, especially now while we're cleaning up around the yard. Tom Wise standing by. Tom, look, the pruner is back again.
I love it. It's one of those pieces in your arsenal now to keep the house and keep your bushes and your trees in good shape that you really haven't had in the past. Before, if you had a prune, you had to get a ladder, like you were mentioning, and then reaching up with your hand. That's a dangerous situation. This is telescopic. It goes from 3 feet to 5 feet guy. You can, it only weighs 1.7 pounds. You're correct, less than 2 pounds. Squeeze the handle, makes it cut. It's so simple. Now it's safe. No gas, no electric, no chains. Lightweight, you can work over your head. And as you mentioned, you can grab and hold on to the clipping. That's really quite amazing. Now, if the red is on the outside towards the tip of the branch, then you'll be able to grab that clipping and then release it and put it in the trash. If you spin it, which you could spin this too, you can spin the handle, then if you cut, the clipping will fall to the ground. So whatever purpose you want to get, whether you want to hold on to that clipping like this and throw it away, perfect. It's also ideal if you want to pick up trash or reach inside of a vine and get cups and papers, people that left things behind. This is ideal for that, throw it away. And as you mentioned, you can also grab a lemon or an apple. It's super easy, it's perfect, it's lightweight, and the storage is ideal. Use it one-handed, for goodness sakes. Look at that.
It's,
hold it like that.
thank you. All right, well, I got some twigs here. I wanted to show everybody. Lindsay has been sweet enough to come over and stand off camera, but I wanted to show you how it works. So there's your branch, right? Now you need to clip it. All you do is give it a snip, all right? That is how easy this works, all right? So if you're wondering, all right, but am I still gonna get leverage and power on it? Look at this. And then remember, I can grab whatever I want. You can let it go, Lindsay. I can grab whatever I want, and now I can put that, if I wanted to, can you follow me? Look, I can put that right in my chipper shredder, just like that, and I don't even have to deal with it. Tom, look, we got a chipper shredder coming up. Everybody's ordering it.
I love it, Guy.
Isn't it great? But honestly, being able to articulate it with such control is the whole deal on this. And I know, Tom, you and I are big, tall guys. We're both, 6+ footers, and most people out there are not. And and if they have to get on a ladder to do this, it's really dangerous. Here's another guy that's, look, he's cleaning up around the yard, and you can use them as your short arm pruners too. Just collapse them. But I love them for being able to reach areas that you never could put a ladder in. And Tom, unfortunately, most shrubberies, if they're big, you can't get a ladder to them, right? Because you can't lean the ladder anywhere.
No, very difficult. It's almost an impossible task. Sometimes you got to rent a piece of equipment to trim particular bushes or particular types of trees. Here's a way you can reach over fences if you want. No ladder, lightweight. You can work longer because it's lightweight, as I mentioned, less than 2 pounds. Use it either single-handedly, or you've got the comfort grip, as you pointed out. Look at that. Look at that. I picked myself a variegated lemon. This tree here is my pride and joy. I'm letting it go crazy this year because it had a rough last year.
Yeah.
But I'm trimming it now. It has 4 different types of fruit. on that tree, guy. Look at
Yeah,
that.
and you know, Tom, not just for trimming high, right? If you want to trim low, the nice
No.
thing is you don't have to get down on your hands and knees to do that either. So if you're trimming areas on the bottom, where a lot of our plants need trimming, because you know we keep the tops a little more full, but we want to thin it out, especially in the fall, right? Where you're cutting back a lot of your trees and a lot of your flowers and all that. These are perfect for deadheading old blossoms too. They'll clip them right off at the top. And the important part, as I showed you when I was trimming, is that you get a clean cut. I don't know how close you guys can get in. Right here, I'll put it right near Mr. Squirrel. I wanted you to see that you're getting a really nice clean cut with those shears, and that's important too because you won't damage the plant. If you use cheap shears and you shred this, it's more likely to get some rot, and the plant will struggle. So you really want it to be very, very clean when you're doing that. Very busy right now. If you want to get it, how about this? You want to get it for $19.95? Kyle, put up the $10 gift thing. Here it comes. Our gift to you, if you get an HSN credit card, put $10 in your account so you can buy that for $19.95. You can use it on anything, but get a card. Why not? We got the chipper coming up. You can use that. $10 for the chipper shredder, which I'm really excited about. I've never had a chipper shredder on the show. Always wanted one. You know, my dad had one of these things. He spent like $2,000 on it. My mother was so mad at him. She's like, $2,000? You know, we could have done with $2,000. Anyway, this one is only about 150 bucks, and that's coming up. But Tom, anybody out there that needs to do any trimming, and this is the time of season to do it, this is the tool for them. We have probably, I don't even know how many thousands of these have gone out. You and I, we aired it the first time. Do you remember? I was so excited because I'm like, I will use this like every other day. I've got so many things that are overgrowing that I don't want to pull a ladder out for. This is perfect for that.
Well, it's perfect. Let me walk everybody around a little bit. You've got yourself the pole here. Now, it will extend twice. There's a little push button, spring button clip here. It'll go to the first setting and then to the second setting, essentially 3 to 5 feet. Then you've got a spring-loaded grip here that very intuitively will cut the end. You also have a rotation available. As I mentioned, you could go with the red part on the inside or the red part on the outside. When it's on the outside like this, it will actually grab the branch. That's nice. So you don't have to worry about it falling to the ground. If you want it to fall to the ground, rotate it the other way and give it a trim, and it will trim and then fall to the ground, whichever way you want. Easy storage. Here's your nice padded handle. You can also use it one-handed because it's so lightweight. It's really, really handy. Now, this particular tree, some of the branches, not all of them, but some of the branches have thorns on it. So you don't want to be surprised by reaching in with a hand pruner and then getting shocked by running into a thorn. That's solved by reaching inside and then using using the pruner. Oh, I don't want to. This guy's he's too brand new. Let me get an old one. Look at this. Look at that. No thorns.
That is awesome.
Perfect. Ideal.
I love that it holds on to it as well, right? And you could do that, right? If you clamp on and it'll clamp on. You can take it and then you can put it, like I said, either in your chipper shredder, you can put it in your mulch pile, whatever you need to do. It extends up to about, I say up to about 5 to 6 feet. It really depends also how long your arm is. But what's nice, Tom, it's very easy to use. I think a lot of people worry I'm gonna have to squeeze really hard. You don't have to.
No.
Right?
It's simple. It's very, very simple. And what's nice about this is it's the safest way you could trim the tree. You don't have to have a branch. You don't have to have a ladder. There's nothing electric. There are no chains, no ropes, no gas involved. You can just go ahead and just, do your little trimming. Even tall bushes. Or how about, reaching in and doing a little trimming around the ground cover you've got around the tree as well. It's simple and it's very intuitive. I like the way that you can spin it and identify whether you want to grab it or let it drop. It could not be any simpler, and it's something that really wasn't available a couple of years ago. This is kind of a nice, new, interesting, invention.
Yeah, I'm getting jealous of you doing all the work. So I got, Lindsay is back holding the stick for me. Thank you, Lindsay.
You're putting Lindsay to work.
But yeah, but look. So if I, even little fine chopping job, I mean, look at that, right? Right down, I want to go in. I mean, this is the kind of cutting that you can do, and you can see how clean it is. And then again, if I want to just grab it and take it out of Lindsay's hands, if she'll let it go with her Kung Fu grip, I can take it, and now I can bring it over, and I can put it literally right in my shredder. And I can get that done as well. And I never even have to grab anything with my hands. I love, Tom, your idea or your thoughts on the things that have like pricker bushes. How else would you trim those? Those are a nightmare, right? To try to get in there. You know, roses are really tough because there's lots of thorns. You can get right in there if your roses are big. You know, a lot of people have roses that are huge. You can get up there and you can trim those as well. Deadheading plants, like Tom picking fruit. Tom, you gotta bring in a couple of those variegated lemons for me, bro. Those sound great.
These are the best. They look like watermelons, and you open this up and it's pink, and it's an unbelievable taste. I will gladly bring some in for you, Guy.
Yeah, you gotta love.
You know what?
You gotta love Florida sometimes.
I love it.
It's a little hot, but you gotta love Florida sometimes. Hey, Tom.
Yes, Guy.
Is that it for Tom for today?
Oh, no.
No, Tom. Oh, I knew I had something ahead. Tom, did you see what we did? I called our planners a couple days ago. I said, we've only got about 400 of our 4-in-1 cart left. It went crazy last time. I didn't get a chance to talk to you, so we put it back in the show. Last call, and you told me last available for the season, correct?
Yeah, it won't be back until like January or February at the earliest.
That's coming up. Here's a look at it. If you want to take a sneak peek at it, it does everything. It's a hand cart, dolly, trolley, truck, ladder. It does everything. Tom is part of the